I'm Detective Dia for the Bedford Police. I'm here today to ask you a few questions about the event that took place between 11 a.m. and 3 p.m. You have some time?
Yeah.
Alright, this is Detective Yen. Can you give your full name, please, for the record?
I'm Zane Sharkali.
Alright, tell me about the different events that led up to you finding this body today.
So I woke up at about 5 a.m. and I got my coffee at Dunk's like I usually do, and then I came here
What time did you arrive here this morning?
about 6 a.m.
And why were you here this morning?
I'm the store manager officer.
Okay. We're just trying to figure out what happened. What's your relation to the victim?
She's one of my employees. She works here.
What's her name?
Cordelia.
And how long has she worked here?
6 months maybe.
What exactly did you do when you got here and found the body?
I just called 911. I kind of shocked her.
Fair enough. Was anything missing from the store when you arrived?
Just various different items. A lot of Cheetos, I think.
Okay. Any money missing?
Yeah. I'm not sure how much.
Okay. Well, thank you for your time. We're just gonna check in with the paramedics before you go.
Thank you.
What do you think?
Seems innocent enough. We'll check with the forensic analysts, see if they found anything.
What did you find out after examining the body?
The body had little to no wounds except for 4 gunshot wounds in the chest.
Any idea who did this?
The gun was left at the crime scene. We dusted it for some prints and they're going through the system right now.
Alright, let me know if you get a hit.
We have a man here. He says he has some evidence on the robbery at the bookstop.
I'll be right there. Thanks, Sam.
Officer, I just wanted to report some suspicious behavior.
We appreciate it. Could you describe what you saw?
I was walking back from lunch in the cafeteria when I saw this man on the corner of the math and science hallway by the water fountain, carrying piles and piles of chips and muffins. I thought it was strange, but I didn't think anything of it until I saw the Buckstop break-in on VHS Live.
What did this man look like?
He was a tall man, Caucasian with blonde hair, and he had sweats on.
What lunch did you have that day?
Second lunch.
Alright, thanks for coming in and talking to us today. Hello? Yeah, you're gonna match on the fingerprint.
The fingerprint matches a Marvin Senek. He is 17 years old and he's a senior at Bedford High School.
17, damn.
We've been searching the security cameras from the hour we were tipped. We got hit at 12:15, and his name and home address are in the books.
We need to find him and ask him some questions.
Yeah.
Alright, Marvin, got a few questions for you. I'm gonna read you your rights first. You have the right to remain silent. Anything you say can and will be used against you in a court of law.
Yeah.
You have the right to an attorney. If you cannot afford one will be appointed to you. And if you can start questioning, you will continue until you want to stop. Any questions? No.
Where were you between 12 a.m. and 3 a.m.?
At your mom's house.
Cut the crap. I know things. I saw you on video surveillance eating all those cheddar cheese Pringles.
I bought them at the store.
Liar! The store keeps track of transactions and you bought more than was sold in the week's time. And you didn't buy it, you stole it.
Oh,
Didn't you?
Oh, yeah?
Yeah.
Oh yeah. Where's the proof?
Listen, Marvin, lying isn't gonna help. Alright, we're gonna find everything eventually, and the sooner, the better for both of you and me.
What do you have to say for yourself? For Cordelia.
I didn't do it!
Alright, you can start talking or we're gonna pin charges on you. This is not a minor armed robbery case. This is a murder case. This girl is dead and it's your fault. So start talking because your fingerprints match the fingerprints found on the weapon at the crime scene. You did it. We all know you did it, so start talking.
No way, you're lying.
Show us your bag. Open it now.
Do you have a search warrant?
I'm not letting you leave until you show me what's in your bag.
We have reason to believe that you're armed and dangerous.
Yeah.
That is BS. I know my constitutional rights. I have my Fourth Amendment rights to protect my privacy. I do not give permission for you to search my bag, which is my private property. Unfortunately, you cannot unlawfully search and seizure my bag without this mother warrant.
Guess who's authority now, huh? Huh?
Hey, getting away!
And how can they find her? I'll plead guilty and lie about the story if I have
No,
to.
they have to know what happened. They have to know the truth. You'll make sure that your sister's safe if you're honest with them. You're under the age of 18, so your sentencing won't be as harsh as you think it is.
How would that make a difference?
Just trust me, it will.
No, Jess said he'd.
Be seated. We will begin today with case 017317, Commonwealth v. Senek. Are both sides ready?
Ready for the Commonwealth, Your Honor.
Ready for the defense, Your Honor.
Opening statement for the prosecution may begin now. Oyez.
May it please the court. Ladies and gentlemen, Marvin Senek will be proven guilty for his act of murder committed on February 10, 2017. Evidence gathered by the Bedford Police Department will be used to prove that Marvin Senek did this deed with malicious intent to.
Objection. The defendant's character is not relevant at this time.
Sustained.
The defendant will be proven by means of evidence and nothing more.
And the defense may now proceed with their opening statement.
People, Marvin Senek is just a kid who did something out of desperation. I need to walk you through. Marvin Senek performed an act solely out of necessity and duress. His character proves that he is not a malicious person and did not have premeditated mens rea before the incident of the murder of Goodie. Have some sympathy for this poor murderer and allow me to walk you through.
He wants to sympathize with a kid who committed armed robbery and murder? And he's dumb enough to leave the murder weapon at the crime scene? Is he really so innocent and naive? Something's going on here.
This is the second time you've said something despicably unprofessional.
He doesn't deserve for me to be professional. Why the hell are you defending him?
Order! Now then, you have the case to get to. Please proceed calmly.
Of course, Your Honor. You see, the defendant is a kind and caring man with 2 children.
2 children? Isn't he 17?
He has done community service since the age of 15. Marvin even...
Objection! Your Honor, the character of the defendant is irrelevant at this time.
Overruled. The character can be brought up at this moment.
I just want to tell everyone in this room that Marvin Senek is a good kid who didn't do the things he was accused of. I will show you. I promise.
Well, perhaps I can show the courtroom something. Your Honor, I would like to bring the first witness to the stand.
So you may proceed.
When the scene unfolds, young girls, 13 years old, exposed themselves to any Tom, Dick, and Hank. Got more.
Do you swear to tell the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth, so help you God?
So, Jess, who is this defendant?
That's Marvin Senek from Bedford, Massachusetts.
So you saw Marvin.
Objection. He's leading the witness.
Sustained. Please rephrase the question.
So, Jess, what makes Marvin of particular interest to you?
Objection. The witness has been asked to give an opinion.
Overruled.
If you would continue.
I saw a very similar man walking by me with many of the same types of stolen items as those missing from the buck stop.
And what do you think that might mean?
That perhaps the man was there and did these things, and if that already wasn't proven in the fingerprint testing.
Indeed, many thanks. He's all yours.
What exactly did you see Marvin carrying?
He had a bag of chips and drinks. I already said that.
Do you remember any brands?
Yeah, there was Doritos and Lay's and stuff.
That is a lie. The only things that were stolen were Pringles. And I bet you would have known that if you were there, which I bet you weren't. And since you weren't there, then why did you lie to the police that you were? That is all. No further questions.
Order in the court!
The defense?
I can't take this anymore. This is too much. I confess.
I did it.
Let the record reflect this statement.
I did it. He had my sister.
Your sister, dog? Who had her?
Jess did. He's been trying to pin everything on me. He said that if I didn't rob the store, he would kill her. I had to, killing that woman. It was terrible. It was an accident. She wasn't supposed to die. Wasn't even supposed to be there.
This statement cannot necessarily be enough for the defendant. The jury should not hold that statement in their mind when deciding their votes. It should be entirely disregarded.
Happened for her? Makes sense now.
Yeah, I know. The whole thing seemed too random to happen for no reason. We need a warrant to look into Jess's home.
But, Your Honor, there is no substantial proof of this.
Indeed, however, with a case like this, we need to take precautions when identifying the person guilty of committing these crimes.
Simple holler of someone's name is all of a sudden enough evidence to arrest someone?
Act sentencing of life without parole in this case. It's important to find the person that did this. Mr. Cabello was a witness to Mr. Cynic leaving the buck stop with what appeared to be stolen items. Now, how was Mr. Cabello so close to the buck stop, and why didn't he report it sooner?
Your Honor, I can assure you, my client had no involvement whatsoever in this case. He was a simple bystander to an awful crime.
You damn right it's an awful crime. We're talking about a life here. The fact of the matter is that his lack of action ultimately raises suspicion, if not concern. Mr. Cabello may be looking at more than just a few years here if the results are not in his favor.
Your Honor, I would urge you to consider.
My boy Vinny's arrived. Let's see what he has to say first, Detective.
Your Honor, we return with the results. Marvin's sister was held captive in the basement.
Well, case closed. Security, take this bastard away.
This can't be right. Your Honor, how is this possible? My client is only 17. This is cruel and unusual punishment.
For murder and conspiracy, this 17-year-old is the adult in the courtroom. By the way of Durvis, Marvin Cynic's sentence will be reduced to 5 years. Jess Cabello for kidnapping and accessory to murder will serve life without parole. The session is adjourned.